Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, here at Jordanton Sports Complex, getting ready for the Lady Billies to take on the Calhoun Sandies for Game 2 of the area playoffs. The previous game ran long, and so ladies are on the field warming up, as you can see. And so, yeah, game should be starting here next, 5-10 minutes maybe at the most. So stay tuned. Action will be live here ASAP. right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started here in Game 2, the area playoffs between the Lady Billies and Port Lavaca Calhoun Sandies. Fixing to do the starting lineups here.
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Jordan, Texas, for this second game of the area playoffs between the visiting Calhoun Sandies and the home team, Fredericksburg Battling Billies. Lineup for the Sandies, leading off, playing left field, number 4, Arlie Sanchez. Batting second, playing third base, number 5, Kaylee Cormer. Batting third, catching number 2, Amory Garcia. Batting fourth, playing center field, number 11, Brianna Villarreal. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 23, Aslan Garcia. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 15, Morgan Gray. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 2, Haley Contreras. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 21, Raylyn Luna. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 1, Mia Contreras. And playing the flex, number 6, Abrea Pina. Reserves for the Sandies, number 7, Brianna Escalera. Number 8, Paige Denise. Number 9, Carly Martinez. Number 10, Diamond Plummer. Number 13, Diana Armillo. Number 22, Angelina Calzada. Number 24, Michaela Ranke. Number 32, Andrea Hadaway. And for the home team, Fredericksburg Battling Billies, leading off, playing shortstop, number 2, Olivia Finley.
Go, Livy.
Batting second, playing left field, number 1, Ashley Dressen.
There's Ashley.
Batting third, playing second base, number 16, Emma Robledo. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 13, Ashlyn Weinheimer. Batting fifth, doing the pitching today, number 7, Ella Weinheimer. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 19, Carly Reyes. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 9, Avery Holland. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 10, Emery St. Pierre. Batting ninth, doing the catching, number 25, Cameron Robeson. Reserves for the Battling Billies, number 3, Brooklyn Groby. Number 4, Robbie Griffin. Number 5, Annabelle Sanchez. Number 8, Madison Kirkham. Number 17, Giovanna Vivieros.
We got a full count here, and the top of the first inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Ooh, they fouled that one back into the dugout there, into the Calhoun dugout. Everybody's bailing out, clearing space. Hope nobody got hurt. That was a hard hit foul ball. So the count remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 out here in the top of the first. Ground ball to Olivia at short, across the diamond to Carly for out number 3. So good start, 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Billies.
Yes, they started without.
Nice play by the shortstop in and 2 in the top half of the first.
So as we come back to the bottom of the first, the Lady Billies will be up to bat.
Yes, sir. Divine. Divine did.
Leading off for Fredericksburg, number 2, Olivia Finley.
So here we go. Start the bottom of the first inning. Leading off is Olivia Finley. Low for ball 1. Low and outside for ball 2. And Olivia tries to lay that one down, gets just underneath it, fouls it back for strike 1. Low for ball 3. So 3-1 the count here. Nobody on, nobody out to start the bottom of the first inning. Low for ball 4, and the leadoff is on with a walk. That's going to bring Ashley Dressen to the plate.
Finley draws a walk, brings up number 1, Ashley Dressen.
So 1 on here, 0-0 is still the score. Bottom of the first, Olivia Finley, leadoff walk. Ashley Dressen stepping in. Squares to bunt. Olivia is in for the slide, but is tagged out. Nice throw by the catcher. So the steal attempt, Olivia is picked off.
Nice throw by the catcher.
So 1 away now.
Finley at second base.
believe that first pitch was called a ball. So we're going to go with 1-0 the count here to address him. Low for ball 2.
Another pitch.
Outside, fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here, nobody on. It's Ashley Dressen at the plate. Called strike 2. That's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Here's Ashley steps in. Nobody on. 1 out. Yeah, it popped back into the screen. Count's going to remain 2-2. Olivia Finley drew the leadoff walk and attempted to steal second. Got thrown out. So that's where our first out came from. At 2-2 count here with Ashley Dressen.
Float around a little bit.
There's a hard line drive past the third baseman. Ashley's going to get on with a single. So with 1 out, that's a nice hard hit ball. 1 out, runner at first. That's going to bring Emma Robledo to the plate.
Emma Robledo.
That's it.
And the pitch.
You know,
It's a hard hit ball. The second baseman's not going to be able to handle it. Ashley rounds second. She's coming into third. Slides in safe. Ball is in the dugout. That is going to put Ashley across the plate for the first run and Emma over to third base. So, hard hit ball to the second baseman. She took a hop. She couldn't quite get around it, and ball went out into center field. Ashley rounded second, taking third. The throw came in, was high, and went into the dugout. So each runner was awarded a base. So with 1 out, got a runner at
Next up for 13, Ashley Weinheimer.
so with 1 out, the Lady Billies take the lead 1-0. A runner at third with Ashlyn Weinheimer stepping to the plate. And outside, called strike 1.
I did the other game.
And the pitch. Low and outside is going to even the count 1 apiece. And the pitch. That's a hard hit ground ball. It gets past the third baseman. It's going to plate Emma Robledo for the second run of the inning. Ashley gets an RBI single. So it's going to make the score 2-0 for the Lady Billies. It's going to bring Ella Weinheimer to the plate, your pitcher for the day. And Lady Sandies are going to meet in the circle and talk it over a little bit. And we're coming to you from United Live website today. Here in beautiful Jourdanton, Texas. Got a beautiful setup here, beautiful facility. We were on United Live today. Paige had a prior engagement that they had to be at, and required all of the equipment. So the game is coming to you via an iPhone camera today. So we'll do the best I can with what we've got. So we won't get quite as many camera angles or as many shots as we normally do, but we'll get the game to you live. So And we got one out here. Lady Billies up 2-0. Ashlyn Weinheimer on first. Ella Weinheimer in the box, low for ball one. Ashlyn had an RBI single to drive in the second run. Emma Robledo hit a single into past the second baseman. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll take a short little break here while we have the pitching change. It looks like Miss Hadaway, the young lady who pitched in the game last night, is coming into the circle. So be back shortly. All right, so we have the pitching change with Miss Hadaway in the circle now. 2 balls and no strikes, and Ella fouls that one back. Make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitcher gets her sign. Ella grounds that one to the second baseman. Over to first, she bobbles, and she's able to pick it up in time to get the out. That was close. Advances Ashlyn to second. So that's going to be 2 outs. That's going to bring Carly Reyes to the plate. So Ashlyn Weinheimer at second base in scoring position. Carly, the hero from last night's game, hitting that 2-run shot over left center field in the top of the 7th to put the Billies in the lead. Ball outside. 1-0 the count. This is just the bottom of the first. Lady Billies have a 2-0 lead. So an overthrown ball into the dugout advanced the first run across, and Ashlyn Weinheimer had an RBI single for the second run. Low and outside, that's ball 2. So 2-0 the count now on Carly with 2 outs. And the pitch. Yeah, swing and a miss for strike 1. High outside pitch there. Like to see the ladies try to stay long through that swing and push that ball to the opposite field. 2-1 the count. That's high for ball 3. So 3-1 the count now to Carly.
3-1 the count.
Pitch. That's a fly ball. Could be trouble. Left fielder is able to come in and record the out. So after 1 complete, the Lady Billies up 2-0. We'll be back in just a moment. The Billies on defense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. A little bit of minor technical difficulty. The earbuds and the battery charger for my phone are not working together today. So, first pitch there popped up to third. Ashlyn catches it in foul territory for the first out. So yes, as I was saying, the earbuds and the splitter and the battery, they all decided they didn't want to work together. So I have to go with this setup. So I'm using the open phone mic, so you'll pick up all the background noise that might be going on, and hopefully it's clear enough with me speaking into the mic. So we got one out, top of the second inning here. First pitch is high. Conferred with the third base ump. He said she did not go, so it's going to be ball one. So Ella gets her sign, steps in. A little high there for ball two. So 2 on the count here. And that's number 23 for the Lady Calhouns up to bat. Yeah, a little outside. That's ball three. So that's going to bring up 3-0 here. We got one out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. And the pitch. That's high for ball four. So Lady Calhouns, Lady Sandies have a runner at first now with one out.
Brings up number 15, Morgan Gray.
So number 15 steps in for the Lady Sandies. One out here, runner at first. Ellie gets her sign, steps in. Squares around for the bunt. Ashlyn fields that over to first base to Robledo. That'll be the second out of the inning. That is one thing that the Lady Sandies did last night in our game. They did bunt quite often, and they were successful more times than not. So it's nice to see the Lady Billies come out prepared and charging the ball and making a good play.
Next up, number 3, Harley Contreras.
Does run the move the runner over to second. He's going to bring number 3 for the Sandies to the plate. First pitch, outside corner, called strike. So 2 down here, top of the second inning. Runner at second. Ellie gets her sign. A little high on that one. It's going to even the count to 1 apiece. Outside, swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 the count. The Lady Billies up 2-0 here in the top of the second. A little wide outside. It's going to run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. A little high, a little outside on that one's going to bring the count full for Ella. Lady Sandies do have a runner at second here. We got 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Lady Billies are the home team for this game today. And the pitch. Swung on up the middle to Olivia, across the diamond to Carly for out number 3. So Lady Sandies leave one stranded here in the top of the second. Lady Billies will be up to bat here momentarily. All right, here's we start off the
Leading
bottom.
off ball 32, number 9, Avery Holland.
Starting off the bottom of the second inning here, Avery Holland steps in. Lady Billies up 2-0. Nobody on, nobody out. First pitch in there for strike one. Steps in. A little ahead of that one. Swing and a miss for strike one. That's going to have Cameron Robinson on deck. So no balls, one strike here with one out. Outside for ball one. It evens it up, one apiece. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Cameron be a good two-strike hitter here. Protect that plate. Fouls that one back. Counts are going to remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just keep battling them. You'll get in there. 1-2 the count here with 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Lady Billies up 2-0. And fouls that one off. Count remains 1-2. Pitcher gets her sign. Swing and a miss for strike three. It's going to be out number 2. They'll bring Cameron Robinson to the plate.
St. Pierre goes on swing, brings up number 25, Cameron Robinson.
Cameron steps in here with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the second. Outside pitch, call for strike one. Catcher helping out on that one. And the pitch. And it's outside to even the count with 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Billies up 2-0. 1-1 the count on deck. Low and off the catcher's shin guards. And bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Miss Hadaway gets her sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. There's lots of deuces up there. And that one fouls back here over the press box. Count's going to remain 2-2. And the pitch. Wisely lays off of that one. That's high for ball 3. Brings the count full. If Cameron can get on here, we'd be back at the top of our lineup and we'd have speed on speed. Get a good 2-out rally going here. Oh! Okay, she rung her up for the 3rd out of the inning. Okay, all right. And Lady Billies back on defense in just a moment. And we're back here.
Leading off for Calhoun, number 21, Raylan Blumen.
Top of the third inning here. Nobody on, nobody out. Lady Billies up 2-0. Outside for ball one. Number 21 for the Lady Sandies at the plate. Defense for Lady Billies is same as it was to start. No changes there. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Evens up the count, one apiece. You have first Emma Robledo at second. Swing and a miss for strike two. Nice curveball from Miss Ella. You have Olivia Finley at short and Ashlyn Weinheimer at third. Outfielders from left to right. You got Ashley Dressen, Avery Holland, and Emery St. Pierre. Called third strike for the punch out. Another curveball. Nice pitch by Ella. It's going to be the first out of the inning there. And that will bring number one for the Lady Sandies to the plate.
Next up, number 1, Mia Contreras.
So one out here, top of the third. Nobody on, nobody out. That ball just fouled down the third baseline. Big strike one. Ella working ahead. Ella gets her sign. Toes the rubber. Caught that corner with that curveball. It's 0-2 the count now. Beautiful pitch by Miss Weinheimer. A little low for ball one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here with nobody on, 1 out. Top of the third. Ooh, just a little low on that outside corner. It's going to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. And fouls that one up. That's going to be over the press box here. Count remains 2-2.
That's a guy filming.
There's a guy filming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not quite there. That's going to bring the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on in the gap between third and short. Ashland dives, trying to make a play just out past her stretched arm. Single into left field.
Jerry took the base in the left for Arlen Sanchez.
That should bring them back to the top of their lineup. I mean, number 4. And she lays down the bunt. Ashland comes across and can't control it. She had it in her glove and tried to get a grip, and it just popped loose and didn't have enough time to re-grip and make the throw. So Miss Sanchez is on. So Lady Sandies have runners at first and second after the error on Weinheimer. So 1 out here, top of the third. That brings to the plate number 5 for the Lady Sandies.
Next up for Calhoun, number 5, Kaylee Cormier.
See if Lady Billies can turn a double play here. Outside corner, called strike. A hard hit ball in the gap between short and third. Got the lead runner on. An error, second runner get reached on an error. Nice change up there. Nice change up there. 0-2 the count now. She was swinging out of her shoes on that one. That was a nasty pitch by Miss Ella. So 0-2 here the count, and 1 out. Runners at first and second. And curve on the outside, just a little bit out. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 the count.
Ella gets her sign. Change up, pops that up, and Ella's got it. And for out number 2. A nice pitch, got the hitter guessing, was able to pop her up. So with 2 outs.
Next up, number 2, Army Warner.
So 2 outs here, and top of the third. That's going to bring number 2 for the Lady Sandies up. Got runners at first and second. 2 outs.
I'm trying.
Oh, lying outside for ball 1.
This is like my 18th game in the last 2 games.
Yeah, you did baseball too, right?
1-0 the count here. And the pitch. At corner on the outside curve there.
That's right, 1-1 the count.
It's going to even up the count to 1-1. And the pitch. Got the corner again. I'll tell you what, the umpire behind the plate today is calling that outside corner more consistently than the umpire we had last night. And pitchers are definitely taking advantage of that strike zone. It's a little further outside. It's going to even the count 2-2. So 2-2 count, runners at first and second, and 2 outs. A little wide. The runner from second steals third, so now we got runners at the corners with a full count here. Lady Billies up 2-0. Let's see if we can keep those zeros on the scoreboard there. Full count, 2 outs. So batter calls time, steps out. So full count. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. Ellie gets her sign. Ball hit to Olivia. She's across the diamond and got her out. Keeps the run from scoring. Gonna finish the inning there. Nice play. Olivia, hard hit ball up to her. She bobbled just a little bit, composed herself, and was able to fire the ball across over to first and get the out. So after the top of the third, Lady Billies still up 2-0. All right, here we come back to start the bottom of the third, starting off the top of the order.
Billies, number 2, Olivia Finley.
Olivia Finley steps in. Back to the top of the order here, bottom of the third. And she tries to lay that one down, gets underneath it just a little bit, and pops it up foul. So 0-1 the count.
That's why every time I slide, they always come off the bag because they forgot the system.
And the pitcher gets her sign.
Really nice punt.
Olivia lays down the bunt and just half a step short. Nice bunt. Third baseman came up, played it clean, and was able to get the first out. That's going to bring Ashley Dresden to the plate.
Next up, number 1, Ashley Dresden.
So 1 out here, nobody on. Bottom of the third, Lady Billies up 2-0. Outside for ball 1.
It keeps opening, doesn't close all the way, and then it'll just.
There's the pitch. Caught the corner with that one. Going to even the count, 1 apiece. 1-1 the count here with 1 out as we get to the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ashley steps back in. 1-2 the count here. Pitcher gets her sign. That's outside. Evens up the count. 2-2. Ashley takes a hack at that one, fouls that back. Count's going to remain 2-2. So 2-2 the count here with 1 out, nobody on. Ashley steps in. That's going to bring the count full. Pitch wide outside, so 3-2 the count.
There's a whole different meaning of anything in the circles goes. So the entire infield?
Full count here. 1 out.
Coach, we oh, okay.
Pops that one up. Second baseman back and is able to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the third. Second baseman able to range back and make the catch. It's going to bring Emma Robledo, number 16, to the plate. With Ashlyn Weinheimer on deck.
Number 16, Emma Robledo.
She's a good pitcher. She was like, you know, like normal pitchers don't get off the wall. They're kind of like a defense.
Ball outside for ball 1. And the pitch. High for ball 2. So 2-0 the count here with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the third. Got Emma Robledo in the box. And the pitch. That's high and inside. That's going to bring the count to 3-0. Count here to Miss Robledo. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the third. Lady Billy's still up 2-0. Emma pops that one back, has the inside on the hands, and she fouled that one back. Someone decided to park right behind the press box here, and it sounds like it's been hit at least 3 times by foul balls. So they're definitely going to get their premium checked out by their insurance agency, don't worry. So with that foul ball, it's going to bring the count 3 balls and a strike on Miss Robledo. Pitcher gets her sign. Ooh, Emma rifles that one down at the first baseline and pegs Coach Raymer. He tried to get out the way, but that ball was humming. The kid caught him then on the elbow and the forearm there. That's gonna leave a mark. That's gonna bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here, nobody on. And the pitch. And that ball's hit down the right field line, foul. Emma staying alive, battling. Turning on that pitch.
Poor guy.
I walked over I can't help you, but right?
I remember that.
Trying to roll the ball. Hey, listen. The ball. Grab it. Trying to roll it like this.
And Emma steps in, pitcher gets her sign.
Just talking.
Low for ball 4. That's going to put Emma on. So with 2 outs, the Lady Billies have a runner at first. That's going to bring Ashlyn Weinheimer to the plate. Ashlyn had a hard hit ball for an RBI single in her first at bat. Let's see if she can do some more damage here. Fly ball. Right fielder is able to get underneath that one. So with 3 outs, that'll end the bottom of the third. Be back momentarily for the start of the 4th inning. 11 for Lady Sandies steps in. Lady Billies up 2-0 here.
Just don't know really what I want.
Swing and a miss. That's a pretty pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1 the count here. Nobody on, nobody out as we start the top of the fourth inning. That fly ball out to center field. Avery's able to corral that. Get in underneath that one for the first out of the inning.
For the first out. Brings up number 22, Angelina Calzada. Check that number 23, Esmond Garcia. Check that, my bad.
Check that.
Sorry about that.
With one out, that's going to bring number 23 for Lady Sandies to the plate. Nobody on, one out here, top of the fourth. And the pitch. Outside corner there, the screwball. Nice pitch by Ellis. Swing and miss for strike one.
Are you kidding me right now?
It's an easy gift.
Working that outside corner on the lefties there. Called strike two. 0-2 the count here.
Okay.
Lady Billies up 2-0. One out here at top of the fourth.
Hold on. Have you seen fishtails? It's a movie. It's fishtails. They use that song.
Better calls time.
Oh yeah.
Steps out. Takes a practice swing.
It's got Will Smith as the fish.
Ellie gets her sign. Steps in.
I'm sure.
Swing and a miss on the outside corner. It's going to be out number two. Carly checking to make sure that Ashley's awake out there in left field. So with two outs here, it's going to bring number 15 for the Lady Sandies to the plate.
Next up, number 15, Morgan Gray.
It's a weird movie.
And the pitch. It's a drive to left field. Ball gets in quick. Keeps that hit to a single.
Gray singles in the left field.
Ella coming inside with that pitch, and the hitter's able to turn on it. Nice line drive out to left field for a single. So Lady Sandies have a runner on here with two outs in the top of the fourth. And the pitch. Swing and fouls that one off into the net over the first base dugout. So 0-1 the count here with two outs. Number 3 for the Lady Sandies at the plate.
I can't see because there's a little chair here.
Ellie gets her sign. Pops that one up, and Olivia corrals that one there at short for the third out of the inning. So Lady Billy's able to get the third out. Nice pitch to Ella, pops up the hit.
Leading off for Fredericksburg, number 7, Ella Weinheimer.
Umpires getting back into position here as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Got Ella Weinheimer leading off. Nobody on, nobody out here as we get started. Outside for ball one. 1-0 the count here to Ella. She stays back on that one, fouls it off to the first base line. Even the count, one apiece. So 1-1 the count here on Ella. Ella gets that one. Center fielder gets underneath it to make the play. Deep fly ball there for Ella, but center fielder said we get underneath it and corral it for the first out of the inning.
Center field caught by Bill right on.
It's going to bring Carly Reyes to the plate.
Brings up number 19, Carly Reyes.
So nobody on, one out here. Lady Billies up 2-0 at the bottom of the fourth. That pitch. Pitcher gets her sign. Fouls that one back. And that was Carly's pitch to hit too. She just 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Low and outside for ball two. Pitcher gets her sign. Outside pitch, swing and a miss. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here, nobody on. Outside. It's going to bring the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. One. Come on, you sorry piece of. There we go. Okay. All right. So we lost Wi-Fi signal there for a little bit. Dropped down to 0 frames. So slowly here try to let everybody know what just transpired. First out of the inning, fly ball hit to center field. Avery was able to corral that one, bring it in for the first out. Ella, the second hitter came up. Ella struck her out. A couple of nasty changeups. So 2 outs and foul ball on the third batter of the inning. 0-1 count. Another nasty changeup by Ella. She's got that off-speed working today. 0-2 count now. So with 2 outs, there's nobody on. Lady Billies are up 3-0 here as we're in the top of the 5th. Ella's really pulling the string on that changeup today. And the pitch comes in with the high heat for the second strike out of the inning. Very well done. The Lady Billies will be back up to bat here in just a moment. All right, back here, the bottom of the fifth inning. We got Olivia Finley to the plate, swinging from the right side. First pitch was a called ball low and outside. That's a drive. That's in the gap. Off the top of the wall. Olivia's going to come around. She's going to come into second for a stand-up double. She was about 6 inches away from putting that bad boy out. That was a well-struck ball. Nicely done. So that's how you start off the inning. So that's going to bring Ashley Dressen to the plate. So immediately after 2 pitches, Lady Billies have runner in scoring position. Umpires rotating position here to make sure everybody's in the right spot. All right, everybody's set. Pitcher gets her sign. Ashley steps in. Ashley squares. Oh. And we got time called. So Coach Hall is asking for the obstruction because as Olivia was coming in to try to slide, third baseman was there and she was in the base path. She was not on the bag, she was in the base path. So Coach Hall's asking for an obstruction, and they're going to get together for a conference. That's always the fun part about an obstruction call. It's purely a judgment call. Not purely a judgment call. There are set rules for it, but it all depends on the judgment of the umpire making the call. So we'll see what they come out. And coming across to talk to Coach Hall here. Does not look promising for the Lady Billies. And he confirmed the call that she's out. So we have 1 out now. Nobody on.
We'll get you, Blue.
1-0 the count. Ashley Dressen at the plate. And the pitch outside for ball 2.
Colton's like, I tried.
And the pitch. It's in there low for ball 3. So 3-0 the count now on Dressen. Coach Raymer's still over there discussing with first base umpire about the obstruction call earlier. And the pitch outside, watches that for ball 4. That's going to put a runner on with 1 out here. Lady Billies up 3-0. That brings Emma Robledo to the plate.
Dressen draws a walk. Brings up number 16, Emma Robledo.
Pitcher gets her sign. Emma steps in. Pitch. That's a rip down the first baseline, just foul. Well, I'd like to see Emma get that type of swing and contact on something inside the white lines. So 0-1 the count here to Robledo. And Ashley's on first. Lady Billies up 3-0. Pitcher gets her sign. And pitch in there high. Ball 1's going to even up the count. 1-1. Emma steps in. Pitcher's getting her sign. And Emma's way out in front of that one, pops it right back. It's going to make 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. You still got Ashley over there at first base with 1 out. Ashley was able to draw a walk. If you remember, Olivia started off the inning batting from the right and hit the top of the fence in left center. But then on an attempted steal of third, she was thrown out for the first and only out of the inning so far. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Miss Robledo. Pitcher's toes the rubber. That's high, and bring the count to 2-2.
Two to the count.
Lady Billies up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Sure they would like to tack on a few more runs. Emma hits a hard grounder to the first baseman. She's able to corral it and step on the bag for out number 2, but Ashley does get moved over to second base. So with 2 outs, Lady Billies have a runner at second. And it's going to bring Ashlyn Weinheimer to the plate. I believe Ashlyn's 1 for 2 today. I know she had an RBI single in the first at-bat. Memory serves, I believe she popped up in her second at-bat. So let's see if she can trade places with Ashley here at second base. And the pitch. Outside. Ashlyn wisely watches that one for ball 1. One oh the count. There are 2 outs, runner at second. And the pitch. And Ashlyn gets under that one. The shortstop was able to bring that one in for the 3rd out of the inning.
Top 5 to the shortstop, Brady.
So Lady Billies will be back out on defense here momentarily. And score 3-0. Lady Billies on top.
5 complete innings of play, scores 3.
All right, as we get back here to the ballpark, top of the 6th inning.
Calhoun, number 5, Kaylee Cormier.
Top of the 6th inning here, Lady Billies up 3-0. There's a ground ball on the first pitch over to Emma. Toss to first base to Carly for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Ground ball to the second baseman, Robledo. Records out at first base. First out.
It's going to bring number 2 for the Lady Sandies up to the plate. Ella gets her sign. A base hit up the middle. So with 1 out, Lady Sandies going to have a runner at first. It's going to bring number 11 for Lady Sandies to the plate. Oh, coach is calling time. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner come in. That is number 9, I believe. Yeah, it looks like number 9 for the Lady Sandies. Just stepping into courtesy run there at first. So with one out here,
How about number 11, Brianna Villarreal?
the Lady Sandies have a runner at first. One down here, top of the 6th.
Ryan Martinez comes into intro.
Yeah, high for ball 1. Lady Billies need to be on their toes here. Calhoun, in situations like this last night, did turn to bunt quite a bit. There's another grounder right back up the middle. So back-to-back singles up the middle. Going to put runners at first and second with one out here.
Villarreal with a base hit in the center field. The runners at first and second.
That's going to bring number 23
Number 23, Aslan Garcia.
for the Lady Sandies. One down here. Lady Sandies have runners at first and second. And the pitch. Fouls that one back for strike 1. Lady Billies up 3-0, but Lady Sandies threatening with runners at first and second with one out here, top of the 6th. That pitch in there a little high. It's going to even the count, 1 apiece. Ella gets her sign. And fouls that one down third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to count here, 1 out.
Yeah, that's what they're always saying. It's deep.
Runners at first and second. That's a ball, just stays foul down third base line. Count remains 1 and 2. So, and count remains 1 and 2 here. Runners at first and second. Fouls that one off as well. Lady Sandies have runners at first and second here. Double play sure would be nice. Ellie gets her sign. Yeah, off speed, a little outside. It's going to even the count in 2 and 2. And the pitch. That's high. It's going to make the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lady Sandies are getting a little charged. A little excitement here. Runners at first and second, full count with 1 out. That fly ball. Olivia trails back from the shortstop position. Get the out. That's going to be out number 2. That's a big out right there. Nice job by Ella. Continuing to work the corners inside and out, not giving the hitter anything solid to hit. And is able to induce the pop-up to short. So with 2 outs now, Lady Sandies still have runners at first and second. We got 2 down now. Gonna be number 25 up to bat.
Maybe $2,500 for those new ankles. But those
Fly ball into the gap. Avery ranges across and is able to make the catch for the third out of the inning to end the threat.
Nice catch by the center fielder, Avery Holland, to end the top half.
So to end the inning, we'll be back with the going into the bottom of the sixth inning. Lady Billies up 3-0.
I got them.
All right, getting started here. Bottom of the sixth inning. Lady Billies up 3-0. Looking to put a few more runs on the board here. Ella Weinheimer to be leading off the
Leading
inning.
off for Fredericksburg, number 7, Ella Weinheimer.
Seems to be a little confusion between the pitch call and what's where. All right, everybody's on the same page now. So Ella steps in, pitcher gets her sign. There's a nice way. There you go, Miss Ella. She's able to drive that ball into right field. Right fielder comes up gunning, trying to get Ella out at first, but she's still able to get there and beat out the throw.
Weinheimer drives the ball into right field for a base hit.
So leadoff single here in the bottom of the sixth. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner. Yes, Brooklyn Groby's going to come in as a courtesy runner for Miss Ella, the pitcher. Groby. Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Brooklyn Groby comes in as a courtesy run.
That's going to bring Carly Reyes to the plate. See if she can stay long through that swing. They're trying to pull that outside pitch.
Brings up number 19, Carly Reyes.
So, one on, nobody out here. Bottom of the sixth. Outside for ball one. Carly started to square around like she was going to look to bunt and pulled it back on the outside pitch, so it's ball one. And she gets underneath that one, and the second baseman ranges back into the green and is able to corral that one for the first out of the inning. So one down, still got Brooklyn Groby over there at first base. That's going to bring Avery Holland to the plate.
Brings up number 9, Avery Holland.
One out.
Do you want to? No. You're so positive.
And the pitch. Inside for ball one. Pitcher gets her sign. That ball is in the dirt. Brooklyn is going to take second. So a wild pitch nets the extra base for Brooklyn Groby. It's going to bring the count 2 balls and no strikes on Avery. Everybody everybody knows Avery doesn't have the greatest of speed, but boy, I bet she could be sneaky and push punt one down first base line here. Catch everybody off guard. And ball 3. High and inside. 3-0 count here. 1 out. Brooklyn Grovey at second base. Lady Billies up 3-0. Avery steps in. Pitcher gets her sign. That's inside for ball 4. That's going to put runners at first and second with 1 out.
Calhoun draws a walk.
That's going to bring Emery St. Pierre to the plate.
Now batting number 10, Emery St. Pierre.
Emery steps in. Oh, and she steps back there. Trying to figure out pitch calls here. So, Emery steps back in, settles, and the pitch. That's low for ball 1. So, the 1-0 the count here on Emery. 1 out, runners at first and second. Emery stretching for that outside pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to make the count 1-1.
2 out from the third. Second, third. 4.
And the pitch. Emery gets a hold of that one, and that is caught by the center fielder. Brooklyn goes back to tag up. Not quite enough time to advance, so it's going to be the second out. It's going to bring Cameron Robinson to the plate.
Drives the center fielder back to the fence. Makes the catch. Hit the second out. Brings up number 25, Cameron Robinson.
So 2 outs here. Runners at first and second. Any ball that's hit in play, the runners are going to be moving. If Cameron can find something in the gap, we might be able to get 2 out of this. And the pitch. There's a drive. Looks like the left fielder's under it. And she's able to bring that one in to end the threat. So after 6 complete, Lady Billies up 3-0. Be back on defense shortly.
To record the third out.
That's up to bat? I can't see yet. Hold on.
All right. Top of the 7th.
3.
First pitch hit the left field. Ashley's able to get underneath that one and corral it for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a good start. It's going to bring number 21 for the Lady Sandies to the plate. Lady Billies up 3-0 at the moment.
Number 21, Raylan Luna.
So nobody on, 1 out here. Ellie gets her sign. And curveball on the outside, fouls it back into the net. Ella working ahead here. 0-1 the count. Ellie gets her sign, toes the rubber. Off speed, catches that outside corner for called strike 2. Nice pitch. Very nice pitch. Her changeup's been working today. So 0-2 the count here with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Pops that one up. Second base underneath it. Emma Robledo brings that one in for out number 2.
Yes, sir. Second base.
That's going to bring number 1 to the plate for the Lady Sandies.
Second baseman, Emma Robledo. Was a catch for the second out.
Nobody on, nobody out here.
Contreras.
Top of 7, 2 outs. Lady Billies getting 1 out to end this one and be area champs. Popped up, that's deep. Emma looks like she's under it, and Robledo brings it in. That is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Billies win 3-0 behind some timely hitting and good pitching performance from Ella Weinheimer. Gets a complete game shutout for the 3-0 victory. Lady Billies are your area champions. We'll be finding out here hopefully in the next few days when the next games are, and we'll get in touch and let everybody know when and where we're going to play as soon as we know. Thanks for watching. God bless.
And that's the ball game, folks.